Part two of my cultivating a winning mindset attitude is the first T. So, A of our acrostic, always be thankful. And our first T is think of others more than yourself. When we turn outward, I believe it unlocks the opportunity. And I think this goes right along with always being thankful. When we have an attitude of gratitude, we're more focused on what we have versus what we do not have. And so turning outward unlocks opportunity. And it's one of the fastest ways, I believe, as leaders to really grow is to think outwardly. Because when we think inwardly, we get stuck. Leaders who fixate on themselves tend to shrink, and leaders who lift others up tend to be the ones that are growing. I love the phrase servant leadership. I believe that it produces new ideas, stronger relationships, and it also produces collaboration. And when you think outwardly, it helps those problems to shrink, and it actually expands the possibilities. I was referencing a book that I read many years ago to someone recently called Lead Like Jesus, and to really look at Jesus from the perspective of how was he as a leader. And he was always outwardly focused. He focused on others, not himself. Even up to the point of death, he was focusing on others. And what did he do? He started a movement that is still going thousands of years later. So I want to encourage you this week, be intentionally outward focused. Think of others more than yourself. Here are some practical ideas to do that. First, be writing in that gratitude journal. Secondly, actually take time for those you've written in your gratitude journal to send them a note. A written note is my preference, but you could send a text, you could send an email, but do something like take action on what you've written in that gratitude journal. And then thirdly, you can find a way to contribute to someone who is in a different spot than you. Maybe it's a friend who's going through a tough time. Make it a point to actually do something that lets them know you're thinking about them. Because, see, this is the reason why I want to attach action to the thought that when we are thinking of others outwardly and then we take action on that thinking, that is where that ripple effect occurs. It also allows us to be more grateful in the moment for where we are and what we have. So, again, our first T in the word attitude acrostic is think of others more than you think of yourself. So this week, watch for opportunities to begin to open for you to be outwardly focused and choose to cultivate that winning attitude. I'm Elizabeth Mahusay. I'm a keynote speaker, a corporate trainer, a executive business coach, and the author of Pick Your Path. And I look forward to hearing how you are thinking of others more than yourself.